Hey guys, how's it going, everybody? Hi, this is Dr. Heavenly, and we're talking about Dr. Heavenly University's Femfest. And usually I wait before I bring you up, sweetheart. How you doing?
Hey there, how you doing?
Good, good, good. This is Monique Rose Sneed.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Monique, we want you to introduce yourself. First, we're going to talk about Femfest. Femfest is an event we actually putting on to empower, to give financial literacy and investments to Black women. That's what we do. We're in Birmingham, and we're going to go on stage March 8th. That's Friday, March 8th. That's International Women's Day. And we're so excited for it. You can actually get your tickets at thefemfest.com. I actually probably should have put that on my thing. Femfest.com. And the first speaker we have today is Monique Rose Sneed. She's an entrepreneur and a real estate investor. Monique, how you doing?
Hey there, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good, you're so pretty. Look at you.
Oh, thank you.
You tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and how you do it.
Sure. All right. Yeah, my name is Monique Rose. As you said, I am a multi-hyphenated entrepreneur. I have been an entrepreneur for over, telling my age, 20 plus years. And I am mainly in the restaurant sector. I do a lot of restaurateur. I have a lot of restaurant businesses in multiple states. I also have a beauty brand, health and wellness brand, business consulting company. I own a trucking company. I own a liquor store. So I am kind of all over the place, but I have learned to diversify, especially after the pandemic. So I do a little bit of everything. I do some real estate investing as well. I have a holdings company. I learned through my business endeavors after selling, some brands that it would have been good to own the building as well, not just sell the business. So that's where I am right now at this phase. I'm still growing. Yeah, thank you.
I love it. I love it. Positive sisters. The thing about it is people don't realize how powerful Black women are, what they're doing, because we lead in entrepreneurship. And every time I speak to somebody, I'm truly amazed. How important is it for you to have multiple streams of income?
Oh, it's so important now. Like I said, after the pandemic, I think we all learned that not to have all your eggs in one basket. I think I knew it before I was starting to diversify, but especially after that happened, had to pivot. Even within the businesses that I did keep open, I still had to pivot and do, something different. The restaurants couldn't be open, so I had to, start doing takeout and delivery and, meal prep and all kinds of things. So I think that it is very important. And unfortunately, I didn't have anybody in my immediate circle that had made 7 figures or 8 figures, and I didn't have anybody to turn to. So I think this is so important what you're doing so that people can understand that there are people that look like us that are doing this and that you can turn to and ask some questions and get some type of guidance, because I didn't have any of that.
Wow. Now, I see a ring on your finger. I'm going to ask you, how do you balance all this having a family?
Oh man, I don't. To be honest, I get asked this question a lot, and I think that trying to achieve balance and everything caused me to be unbalanced. So I just kind of prioritize one thing over another. You know what I mean? At any given time, if my marriage needs some attention, then that's the priority that week or that day or that moment. You know what I mean? I was like, I think that women, that word balance, like we're trying to balance and juggle being a mom, a wife, a business owner, all this stuff. And it's just impossible to do, to equally balance everything. So I don't even try anymore. I just pay attention to what needs the attention at that moment and do my best at what I have going on then and make sure that the things are important, remain important in my life.
Okay. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Now tell me a little bit, or give us a little teaser of what we're going to get from you at Femfest. I know I love to always give pearls out on every live I give. If you can give 3 steps to financial freedom, what your 3 steps are and what people are going to get at Femfest from you.
Oh my God, they're gonna get me. I think I'm so real and relatable. I was a teenage mother, had my child at 16. I barely graduated high school. So I am not the person who has a degree. God bless you all that do, but I don't have a business degree. I didn't, this is all experience. This is all me working and hard work. So the first step, I know people don't like to hear it, is do the work. It is not cliche. That is very true. My hashtag I put all the time is outwork everybody. I do that. That to me is the first step. Working intersects with success to me all the time. So make sure that you do the work. The second thing is to know exactly who your audience is and who you are connecting with, you are selling to, making sure that you're not trying to be all things to everybody. You got to master something first. So I think that is very important. I think we, like you said, that balance, we're trying to do so many things at one time, and just pick something and do it better than anybody. And then just try to have 100% of your pie. Like you don't have to take somebody else's baby. There's enough for you. So focus on that person, that customer that wants your product or your service. And I promise you, if you do that, the returning customer is where the money comes for. The returning client is where the money comes from, not the first time client. So, you got to focus on the people that you service. And that's what I've done. And I think that's why I've been so successful.
So out of all your businesses, which one is your favorite, if you can?
Oh my goodness, that's difficult because I'm gonna say restaurants only because I really feel like I'm here for a life of service. And I used to have group homes. That was my absolute favorite. I don't do that anymore. But in restaurants, I can be of service. That's literally what it is, the service industry. So that will be my favorite. It's the hardest one, and it takes the most work, but it is the most rewarding. I meet so many people. I'm able to impact so many lives in that way. But, outside of that, the money-making thing, my philanthropy is I also have a nonprofit called Rags to Roses, and that truly was what made my heart sing. But my favorite is probably the restaurants.
Wow. And tell me this, what's the name of your restaurant? Can we find out the name?
Yeah, in Atlanta, it is the Bodega on Main. So we're in College Park, Maryland, called the Bodega. Keith Lee recently visited my restaurant, and that just took us through the roof. And then if you're in Maryland, I have a restaurant called Lacage Seafood, which is in Camp Springs, Maryland as well. So depending on where you are, you can check me out.
Wow. So you have restaurants, you have a trucking business, you have real estate holding company. Wow, you're a woman after my own heart. Wow. So give me one thing you would tell to your younger self. Based on everything you've done, what would you tell your younger self? Because we want some pearls and things that are going to help other people. What have you done throughout all your businesses that you would think that would help somebody and catapult them to the next level? Other than work, because we always know
I know people don't like that word, but that is the key to everything. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. What I've learned, I wish what I would have known years ago, what I'm just now getting great at is team building. I think I tried to do everything by myself, and I would have been so much further. I'm blessed now. I've been very successful. I've had 2 7-figure exits, so I've been really blessed. But had I have had the right team and the right people around me, I would have been so much further, so much faster. So I think that is something, especially as Black women, that we often do. We take on so much. We are so strong. We can do everything. And then we don't build or have a good team around us. And I think if I can impart on anybody that's just starting on the entrepreneurial journey, it's good to know everything, but you have to surround yourself with people that know more than you do, that do something better than you do. And I didn't do that well at the beginning of my career. So I wish that I would have done that.
How did you find the dynamic team that you're speaking of?
Wow. I just, I took the people that I had that were working with me and saw what their, like aces in their places, saw what their strengths were and said, hey, I like what you're doing here, but I think you would do a better job over here, identifying and really learning how to delegate, and which was a challenge for me too, and release some things and understand that things will not be exactly as I would do it, but that doesn't mean that it is wrong. So I really had to identify people that I was already working with, or if I saw somebody that was doing something well someplace else, like a manager at another restaurant or something that I thought was doing an amazing job, I would just, throw a little nugget and say, if you ever need something, if you're ever moving on, please let me know. There's a bunch of ways I did it, but really identifying people that were already working with me in a way that I could, empower them more, that has worked really well for me.
Wow, you have really excited me, and I'm going to tell you, I'm just proud of you, sister, because I know it ain't easy. I know you got a family, you got a husband, you got all these businesses and stuff. You're a woman after my own heart. Look like you're doing more than me. I'm like, wow.
No. Listen, I highly doubt that, but I appreciate
No, you really are. But Femfest, can you tell us how excited you are about Femfest and why you want to do Femfest?
Yes, I am so excited. First of all, again, thank you for having me. I'm really excited about it because, again, I feel like my life is a life of service. And this is the perfect opportunity, the perfect stage to reach so many people at one time. And especially the demographic that I would love to touch often is women, and Black women in particular, because I am a Black woman. And like I said, I didn't have that. So I would love, this gives me an opportunity to be what I didn't have for a large group of people at one time, or even, it's a way for me to touch people that I normally wouldn't touch. So I'm so appreciative that I'm able, to reach these people, to come to Birmingham and be able to speak and share and even listen and learn too. I think that's important too. Like I'm excited, to speak and talk, but I'm excited to sit back and learn what I can learn too, because I'm always a student. So I am more than excited, and I hope everybody got their ticket, because I'm really excited.
Yeah, so y'all go to thefemfest.com. That's thefemfest.com. I should have added it on here. But and get your tickets today. It's March 8th, Friday, March 8th, and it starts at 9 a.m. And we're gonna be there all day. We're gonna just be pushing out information, our personal stories. I would love to hear your story. Now, Monique, do you have a book out? Or I see that in the plans to have a book, because we want to hear your whole story.
Yeah, well, I don't have a book yet. I do have some ebooks about business, but yeah, you're right. I know I do not. I should write a book. I have enough to write a book.
We want to hear your story on how you did it, because you've done so much,
Yeah, it would be a good story. Yeah, I've shared it publicly, but not in a book. You're right. I should write a book. I do have some ebooks on business on MoniqueRose.com, but yeah, I would love to share my story one day, because I'm sure so many people can relate. So many people have been through what I've been through, been a young mother, been in an abusive marriage. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. Like, I have literally lived 7 lives in this short time, and I'm so proud, of where I am now, because, on paper, I shouldn't be here.
Wow, that is so exciting to me. Now, tell us how we can find you on social media, or how can we get at you?
Okay, The Monique Rose on all social media platforms. So The Monique Rose, like the flower. Otherwise, my website is MoniqueRose.com. No, done that, MoniqueRose.com. And my link tree will take you to everything that I have going on.
Okay, well, very excited to see you on March 8th. I thank you so much for being a part of Dr. Heavenly University's Femfest, and we're going to have a good time. And make sure I get your contact information, because I'd love to interview again and go step by step of your process as well.
Yes, absolutely. I'll make sure I put it in the chat or email whoever I need to. I got you.
Thank you. And I'll see you at Femfest.
All right. Thank you. See you then.
All right. Next, we have added to the stage is Sharnita. Sharnita, I'm gonna bring you on up. Sharnita, how you doing, baby?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how are you? You got a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Good.
So
Sharnita,
pretty.
what's your last name?
Horton.
Mm-hmm. So I see Sharnita's World.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Sharnita.
So I am a serial entrepreneur. Many people may find me very extra. I love people. I have a big personality. And one thing I would say everybody can say about me, I love the people and I love my community. I support my community, and I'm always out for my culture, enhancing people to believe in themselves and push the button on their dreams, because I was considered the underdog growing up. So to see myself and how, a lot that it takes. I'm all about the people and motivating.
I know that's right. You've already motivated me, and I'm so excited that you're going to join us at the Femfest. That's thefemfest.com. We got tickets on sale right now. I think they start at $97 for the Femfest in Birmingham, Alabama. We actually have it going on March 8th, and we start at 9 a.m. and we're giving out all kind of information. Now, Sharnita's World, tell me what you do and how you do it, darling. What kind of entrepreneurship do you do? What's your business?
So Sharnita's World is my brand. That's pretty much, that's the umbrella of where I do taxes. In 3 locations. I own them. Of course, I can't be at every location while I'm saying it like that.
Right. But you got 3 locations.
Yeah, I got 3 locations. Also, I own a boutique where they're in there doing nails and hair, different things like that. I'm also an investor. I'm also an investor in real estate. I'm a motivation speaker. I guess I'm an overall serial entrepreneur. I do a lot.
Okay. We love that. How? I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Monique. How important is multiple streams of income to you?
I learned the importance of it very young in life. I already was knowing about multiple streams of income, I say, when I was 17 years old. So it's so important, because you don't want to put so much pressure on one business. Another business can help you in also generational wealth for your kids. So because that's what we all, that's what our family is all about. So it's just, to me, a backup. It's like, it feels like it has your back. So if one fall, you believe in it, every business, I can handle it. Put it like that. I
Right.
can handle it, and it's okay, and it feels comfortable having multiple streams of income for me.
How did you get into your business with taxes? I mean, and or you could talk about your boutique, but more so the taxes. How did you get in that business? You
So my mother-in-law had a dream, and she wanted to start a tax business. And like I said, I'm a pusher, and so I'm kind of like, let's do it. At the time, I did not know how to do taxes. Miss Joanne, my mother-in-law, been doing it for over 30 years. I
mhm.
believed in her dreams, and I combined her spirit with my spirit, and we became one. Then now I had to tell my husband. Then it was a power combination. Then, baby, we started that tax business, and it now we see over 5,000 clients.
Wow, that is. And what city are you out of?
I am from Birmingham, Alabama,
I know that's right. I know that's
and
right.
the name of my
Birmingham,
company is Smart Tax.
smart tax.
Hmm.
Now tell
But
me, give
most of
me
all,
three
I
tips on
love speaking.
saving. Give me
Huh?
3 tips on saving in my taxes. Can you give me 3 tips on saving in my taxes?
And you know what? I now I have 3 different things because I already started for this particular. I feel like self-employed people, we do need to slow down. Like, so it's not something that, we always are busy. When we was talking about multiple streams of income, they gotta pull us. But are we keeping up with our receipts? Are we, keeping up with our gas mileage? Sometimes y'all don't know how much write-offs you can have because we kind of like, oh, I file later, I give it to my account. But do you really know the analytics of your finances? So I feel like that's something that self-employed people need to zoom in. They need to understand that. My next thing, when you do not have a 401k, what do you do next? I feel like our culture and also self-employed and working people need to understand it's other ways that you could do a 401k. You can invest in stock. It's other people that you could talk to save. It's, so those my 3 right there.
Okay. And I love it. How excited are you about Femfest, and why did you decide to participate in Femfest?
It's the empowerment for me. The fact that, you bring in a community to get together, it fits my platform to the T. The empowerment, the colors, the branding, the, who you are, Dr. Heavenly.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's some powerful women on this platform, and it's a complete honor to be on this platform. So it drives you to it. You could tell it's going to be nice.
One thing that I love is having powerful Black women together, because I think that marketing and that just connection and that, we call it, we just talking to each other, and that connection that we have and the networking that we're doing. We call in the church the network, and and we get to learn so much from so many people, and we're so connected that some things or people or things that I don't know. And when I always say we're 1/5
Yes.
of 5 people, but we're 1/5 of 5 people of their 5 as well. So everybody at Femfest, this is going to be a networking event. We got powerful Black women that are 6 figures, 7 figures, and 8 figures, and they're going to tell you exactly how they became 8 figures, how they save their money, how they invest their money. But right quickly, what's the best way of organizing your receipts and your stuff for your taxes? What's the best way I can keep up with all of my stuff together?
Dr. Have you ever I'm going to answer this. I feel like when a woman or a male, if you get to the point you're so busy and you like I said, getting off track with things that you organizing, a personal assistant. Don't be afraid to invest in a personal assistant. Actually dedicating time. At Wednesday at 4:00, I'm going to go over this. Put it on your planner. Don't dismiss your finances, because that's when you get lost. You don't know what's coming in and you don't know what's going out. You just making all this money, but do you understand where it's going? It just don't need to just sit in a bank account. So I feel like that's something that our community need to know. And I notice about Femfest, it's all about education. It seems like women that's going to want to tell other women, because that's one of the battles dealing, that other people don't want to tell what you're doing. But it seems like this platform is going to definitely be some education.
We're giving out all the information. Guys, if you haven't already, joined my Patreon at patreon.com, because we're going to continue to give positive advice and information for business, money, and relationships, because I think that's important to have it all. I always say total freedom, and that means that you can have it all, business, money, and you can have whatever you want as far as relationship, if that's what you want. Now, Sharnetta, tell us how we can reach you.
You can reach me on all platforms at Charnita's World and then charnitasworld.com.
Okay.
So,
that's marketing right there, because you made it really, really easy, right? Sharnita's World and charnitasworld.com. Well, I'm so excited to have you at Femfest, and we're going to dig depth into what you do with your taxes and your entrepreneurship. And we love to talk about real estate, because I think that's the single best way to invest your money. And we're going to lay into that very deeply. But I will see you at Femfest. It's March 18th, Friday, March 18th. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Please be on time and punctual. Our tickets start at $97. Go to thefemfest.com to get your tickets today. And we're going to just have a good old time, and we're going to network. And the importance of going to events like this is to meet other people. For example, when I go to events, like I went to an event last week, right? I met sponsors to help me with my events. Like I met somebody from Walmart, I met somebody from Amazon, and all those different things. The basic thing is connections. And when you see a lot of sisters together, they will talk to you one-on-one and give you the information just on GP. Right now, I know a lot of those large businesses, if you have a 501(c)(3) as a entity, a lot of times they can write off the different things. And for, like a lot of our stuff, they're giving away computers that they had on the books that they couldn't use, or different things, that they wouldn't have sold. But if they give it to a 501(c)(3), then they can write it off on their taxes. So it's some positive things out there, guys. It's all about being connected. And I tell you, every time I've ever been to an empowering event or a financial education event, I get one pearl from somebody, and I'm hosting it. One pearl from somebody that catapults my business and takes it to the next level. So I'm excited about it. We will see you at the Femfest, and it was very nice you come on. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye bye, y'all.
Bye, babies. I'm bringing in my next person. And hey, Sugar, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. You got a beautiful smile. How are you, Ashley?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay, Houston, Texas. How are you? Tell me a little bit about yourself, Ashley, because you're in financial literacy and tech entrepreneur. That's exciting.
Yes. So my name is Ashley Lovelace. I am a globalpreneur. I've been in the financial industry for 18 years now. I have my own credit repair company by the name of New Credit Inc. I specialize in business credit and personal credit. I also have my own perfume line. I just most recently launched a food delivery app that focuses on helping minority business on a scale and brand their business by utilizing my business credit software. I have my own tea line. I've done transportation. I have a mentorship. Kind of got my hands in a lot of things. I focus solely on helping entrepreneurs, consumers, anybody who really wants to take their brand to the next level by utilizing business credit and personal credit.
Okay, so how do you go about getting business credit? I know you're going to go into this in depth at the Femfest, but get us 3 pearls on how to get my business credit. And first of all, start about getting your credit right, because we have credit specialists, but talk about that a little bit, how you can get your business credit.
First and foremost, you want to make sure that you structure the business credit profile correctly. That is the most important thing, and making sure that you have visibility where creditors can actually go out and search you if they need to show that you're a legitimate business. Secondly, you want to make sure that your personal credit is in order, simply because there are accounts that you will have to allow the bank to do a soft pull on, or even a PG, so that you can access funding. There are some accounts out there that does not require that, but for you to hit the really big money and to really touch what most people want to do cash funding, you definitely need to make sure that everything across the board is covered, and making sure that you're structured correctly like a legitimate business, down to the business email, the business phone number, having a website, just a full layout of what it looks like to really run a legitimate business and not half step.
Now, so Ashley, you're the last one here today, so I'm gonna ask you some questions and you tell me what you know about it. There was an article on social media and on the news about somebody actually doing fraud, doing CPN numbers. Do you know anything about CPN? Tell us what CPN is and why is it fraudulent? Because a lot of people are telling people, and I just want to warn people, that there are credit specialists telling you that CPNs are normal and you can actually build your credit doing CPNs. First, what is a CPN? And then let's educate the people on why they should not.
So a CPN number is a secondary social security number that is created for you. However, if you choose to use a CPN, which I do not recommend, never have used a CPN, do not do anything with CPNs. You need to make sure that you are aware of the chances, the consequences that come behind it. The reason why a lot of people are saying that CPNs are not, illegal is because there are things that people have been able to do with CPNs, such as get apartments, get cars, different things like that. However, you do have to be aware that you are creating another Social Security number that has not been administered to you from the Social Security Administration. So technically, it is a stolen number. It is more than likely a number that has been created of someone who has passed, or just a generated number that has just been generated. Is not legal. So when you do this, it is fraud. It is very much fraud because you're getting accounts that you're saying that you are another person. And so when these accounts come back to you, a lot of times what happens is that social security number will merge with your social security number. And what makes it fraud is you having to lie and say and create addresses or emails and different things like that. That is not, it's not legal. So once it merges to your credit report, typically that's when the problem happened, the trouble happened, the legal things come into play, because now they are able to attach this fraud that you have committed, which a lot of times when individuals get cars, and I've seen this happen before, using CPNs, that is a grand larceny charge.
Right.
Because you have basically went to a dealership and defrauded yourself, because you do have to come with ID that is typically not legal. So you have created a fraud charge. So I always tell individuals, if you're going to go that route, just make sure that you know the consequences, because it will come back and hunt you eventually at some point.
That's one thing we want to educate people at Dr. Heavenly University and at the Femfest. The CPN is a credit privacy number, right? And just like she said, they're getting somebody else's number or a made up number, right? But what people are doing, and they're teaching you that it's legal to do, please, if you do anything, do all your research before you do anything. But what they're doing is they're getting a fake social security number, and then they're getting trade lines. If y'all know what trade lines are, they're buying credit to put on your CPN number to build credit. So basically this article or this story was a lady trying to get dental work. That's why it appeared to me, because a lot of people tagged me in it, because she was at a dental office. My whole thing is, if she had the credit and it went through, I don't know if I would have known to double, triple check it to make sure. And I'm sure if there was some credit fraudulent person in there with a CPN number, I don't think I would have been liable if I did it, because if I didn't know, but I definitely would take that money back from my office. You know what I'm saying? So a CPN number, guys, is something really tricky. They say celebrities get it to hide their social security number sometimes, but illegality of it is illegal. It's fraud. They got dark sites out there, dark companies out there that are selling CPNs, and basically they're free. It's just a number. And then, the only way to get a legal new social security number is if, I guess, somebody messed up your credit so bad that you asked the Social Security Administration to give you a new social, and they can do that. But if you're not getting it directly from the Social Security Administration, I would not touch a CPN. And that's just one pearl for you guys. I hope you learned something today. A CPN is a credit, personal, private number, and stay away from it, right?
Most definitely. Yes, most definitely.
Now tell me a little bit, how did you get into business? Where did you start, darling?
I started 18 years ago, single parent, bad credit, fixed my own credit, and I realized the benefits that it allowed me to be able to provide a good life for my son. And once I did that and start getting, the credit cards, getting a car, and just being able to purchase a home at a young age, I wanted to help other entrepreneurs. So I stuck with it, eventually started making it a business, started helping others, was able to help a lot of individuals purchase homes, just change their life, do things that they never thought they would be able to do. And once I did that, it was once a hobby for me. And I actually left my job. I did it for like 6 years, went back into the workforce. And then I realized how much I really, really loved it. It's like I had a burning desire to do this. And that's when it clicked to me, like, this is truly my purpose. This is my passion. I love helping people. I like the excitement and the results that I was getting from my clients, is just seeing the joy and how it actually activated something in them once we fixed the personal credit to come over and want to do the business credit, and them taking their information and feeding it back into their households, and their kids getting good credit and coming out of high school with 700 credit scores. And it just became a thing like, this is what I wanted to do. So from there, I eventually started doing business credit. I was able to build my first profile out to $2 million. And that's when it clicked. Like, this is something that helped me to create other streams of income for myself. So I wanted to help other entrepreneurs and business owners do the same thing. And from there, I just started creating extra streams of income that unlocked doors to me, just took me to another level. So because of that, I knew the impact and the benefit that it had to so many other individuals.
How important is your credit? How important is that? I mean, because I always like to ask people, what's more important, having cash or credit? I know you need both of them, but what's more important, cash or credit?
I would say credit. And I would say credit because there has been times in my life where I had no cash and I was able to go get some cash using my credit.
Right.
So credit has definitely allowed me to reach great heights. It has definitely changed my life drastically.
Make sure you guys join Dr. Heavenly University's The Femfest. It's THEFEMFEST, The Femfest. We got Black women entrepreneurs. We got a whole bunch of powerful sisters on the roster. It's a great evening of network, but not just networking, information on all things. We're going to delve into all kind of credit, how to get the credit, who needs the credit, what credit you need to get a house, what credit you need to get transferring your credit to your business credit, those kind of things, and talking about the importance of transferring things to your business credit. We're going to talk about your debt to income ratio, so many things to build your credit. And once you get your credit, we're telling you the credit score you need to get the best interest rates on things, because that's how you build business. I think it was 50 Cent that said the one way to make, if you have $1 million, the best way, the quickest way to make $2 million is to borrow $2 million. And as long as your business is increasing better than your interest rate, you're winning. Now tell me, I was recently a person that got fraud. They put a credit line on my credit. How can you remove fraudulent credit lines on your credit?
You can do, if it's indeed fraud, you would definitely want to get a police report.
Absolutely.
And you want to file an FTC report, which is the Federal Trade Commission. Mm-hmm. And you want to file a report with the CFPB as well. Send all of those items to the credit bureaus. And honestly, if it's true fraud, it typically can come off your credit within a matter of days.
Wow.
FTC, as soon as it's submitted, it goes straight to the credit bureaus. However, if you don't want to take that approach, you definitely need to leverage consumer law. Consumer law, there are consumer laws, 15 USC codes out there that actually protect you from fraud. So there's a lot of ways that you can go about doing this.
My thing was, the credit fraud was done by somebody I knew, a family member, and I didn't want to press charges. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing they told me was to file a police report, but I was like, dang, But anyway, long story short, what can we do to protect ourselves from credit fraud?
Even if you're not a victim of fraud, I highly recommend to lock your credit. Mm-hmm. And you can do this basically by using the free versions of the credit reports. Equifax.com, Lock and Alert. It's an app that you can download on your phone. They charge no fee for that to lock your credit. TransUnion, service.transunion.com. You can lock your credit. Experian, however, does charge to use it if you online. However, but you can pick up the phone for all of the credit bureaus and have them to lock and freeze your credit. You want to make sure you lock and freeze your credit. This is so important because, again, like you said, identity theft is on the rise every day. You got the black web. They are looking for people who are vulnerable, who credit is unlocked. So those are the accounts that they typically attack. So you want to make sure that you keep your credit locked or froze, whatever works for you, especially if you're not using it and you're not an active person who uses the credit lock. Just keep your credit locked. And when you do get ready to apply for that account, you can call and get it unlocked, or you can use the apps. That way, when you get ready to do whatever it is you need to do, you don't have any suspicious account or those, wait a minute, what is this? Because you've already done the lead work to protect yourself.
Guys, I am so excited to have you, Ashley Lovelace, on the Femfest tour, and you'll be speaking, and we'll delve into credit. We're going to delve into entrepreneurship and investments. I know you're a financial literacy expert, so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to ask you a lot of questions, sister. But the main purpose of the Femfest is the networking, being around powerful sisters that we can learn from, that we can build from. And I told you before, I can get one pearl from each event I go to, and they actually builds my confidence and my bottom line, but just by learning something I did not know before. Now, I did recently lock all my credit. They told me to do that. But make sure your credit is locked. And guys, if you join my Patreon, we're going to go deeply into credit, how to lock your credit, what banks to go to get credit lines, how to transfer a lot of your personal credit into your business credit so it does not show up in your personal credit. We're going to talk about how to get your debt to income ratio better, and you can get more things because a lot of things won't show up on your personal credit if we can move it to the business credit. We're going to go into all that and more. Make sure you join my Patreon. But first and foremost, make sure you join thefemfest.com. Tickets start at $97. It's March 8th. That's Friday, March 8th, coming up right away. Friday, March 8th in Birmingham, Alabama. It's actually International Women's Day. So we're excited about that. And we're going to have people like Ashley Lovelace there. And we're excited. Now, Ashley, how can we reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram at Ashley Lovelace Cunningham. You can also follow me. I have a free group on Facebook. It is called the New Credit Inc. University. It's a free group where I give free resources on how to repair your credit. There are lots of letters over there, teach you how to build your own business credit profile. Again, that's on Facebook. It's New Credit Inc. University. On Facebook, I am Ashley Lovelace as well. So, and I look forward to connecting with you guys.
I love it too. And guys, one thing I know about me is I have my university, but maybe I'm not the person for you. We've given you a plethora of people to work with. Everybody has their platforms where they're working. If you want to join Dr. Heavenly University, we do have a free webinar at drheavenlyuniversity.com. If you want to join Dr. Ashley Lovelace here in her financial literacy course, that'll be awesome. But make sure you check out Femfest, the Femfest. That's TheFemFest.com. We're celebrating March 8th, International Women's Day in Birmingham, Alabama. So if y'all in Birmingham, come on through, bring your mama, your sister, your cousin, and the tickets are low. We're trying to give this stuff away. $97. Your tickets are $97. Bring a friend and bring a friend of a friend. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get to know each other. And I'm going to bring some friends of mine as well. Okay. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I will see y'all later. Hopefully y'all learned something tonight. I'm always trying to give some pearls out there. And I'll see you guys at the Femfest.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.